Hey guys, my name is Anca Nicole Ward. I'm a professional athlete, a posing coach, and a personal trainer. And today with me, I have the beautiful
Sandra.
Sandra Radav. I'll let her introduce herself because she's got a huge bio.
Huge bio. Oh my goodness, have we got an hour?
Just
I'm
start
gonna Well, hi everyone. My name is Sandra Radav. So I don't even know where to start, to be honest. So my background was starting with Zumba fitness. Back in the day, we're talking about 2009, 2007, the whole journey actually started. And then I started competing from 2012 onwards. And so, yeah, I was competing with WBFF, Miami Pro. I really enjoyed it. It was quite challenging. And here I am, completely on a different light, I would say. I feel like a different person today. I still love my fitness, well-being, and so I don't even know how to start.
I think you're great because you covered everything. And I think fitness will always be a part of your life, regardless of age or where you're going to move. You know, everything, the whole road that you've done until now, the whole journey, it got you where you are today. But I also know that you open your own business, and it's everywhere at the moment, and everyone, we've got like different opinions on it. I mean, I was quite lucky that I got approached by you. Just for you guys to know, I'm not doing Arbonne, but beautiful Sandra did try and help, and I just decided it's not for me. But I was lucky to be approached by you, although I've got friends that were talking about other people, like pestering them. And can you have a career out of competing and mixed with the new job, or does it have to be just fitness? Would you mix them up? I'm trying to say, sorry.
Do you think I want to talk about it? Because I kind of wanted to focus on not necessarily about the companies. I just like in general, like helping people. Oh, okay. So
don't say about Arbonne and all that. I just say Arbonne because I know you're doing Arbonne, but you can just say, you can just talk about your career if you want to, or what would you prefer doing, or I mean, I don't know. What do you want to concentrate on? What would you like to say?
I don't know. I think like you and me, we are very open-minded people. I know you how spiritual you are, and I'm spiritual too. This is actually how we connected, and I really wish we had more time outside to do more things that we're both interested in. So like being a free spirit, I love that about you, because we both kind of understand each other without explaining too much. So what I would love to talk about it is, of course, like fitness is always going to be in my life. This is our lifestyle. Nobody can take it away from us, right? It becomes your lifestyle, right? We all want to feel healthy, strong, fit, good looking. Why not? There's nothing wrong in that, to look after ourselves, especially when I understand the benefits of training regularly and sleeping and everything. But I feel I'm on a different path. So as much as I loved competing, it was a great experience. I don't know if I ever will compete. And kind of I started doing more of Zumba fitness. So I had a year, like I had probably like 5 years of break from Zumba fitness. This is when I was competing. So it's kind of, we're all humans changing, and we kind of go around the circle. Sometimes we come back, sometimes we do different things. And so this is my baby, and I love doing that. So like, for example, Zumba fitness, I love teaching because I know how it makes people feel. That was the original idea, how I started. And I wasn't concentrating on my six pack, because I was helping people just to have fun and enjoy the music. I know how much you love Latin music. Yes, you understand, right? So having this gift to be able to give back, this beautiful. So in terms of fitness, I still have clients that do train, or like I love group training classes. So I love training groups of people, like on a large scale, just really. So I really, really enjoy that. I train myself regularly when I can, especially in this lockdown. I'm training with my students. So I kind of try to plan my own training, but it doesn't happen. I don't have a gym like you.
I don't have a massive gym. It's just, it looks big. It's only like a little shed, and it's got a treadmill, and it's got the minimum and the basic. But you know what, Sandra, you know as well as me, you can do a workout with a couple of dumbbells and that's it, and your body weight.
Of course.
Because your body doesn't know, or you can get like 2 bottles of water. Your body doesn't know if you hold a bottle in or if you hold
the bands. Just having yes.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely get that. What I mean is, because being as a trainer, training online with clients, I have to train with them. I feel is enough training for me. So sometimes I want to train myself. I'm just too tired. I'm like, I'm going to switch off. But at the moment, like you mentioned, I just to mention Arbonne. So just to say, just a little bit on this, depending. So yeah, this is my side hustle. Like this is something I use, like supplements that really work for me. So I've been dairy intolerant for very, very many years. So I love all the products. So if I love products, why not to use them?
Of course.
And also I used to work for big brands like Lancome, Benefit. I mean, I always loved makeup. Maybe it's to do with my mom, but I always loved makeup, love applying on people. I don't know, just maybe it's artistic. I just love it. It's girly things, you know. But nutrition for me is a very big thing. And so I used to be sponsored by different brands.
I know. But
I never seen a paycheck. All I used to get like a free supplements. But maybe, you know, and some of the supplements didn't work for me. So I always try to be authentic and genuine when I recommend things. But as long as you like something, you stick to it, right?
Right, yeah.
But my main focus was start happening this year and last year is a different journey. So I really, really would love to do life coaching. There's something I always wanted to do it. But sometimes
Sorry to interrupt. I think you'd be amazing.
You think so?
Yeah, because of your patience. And
patience?
Yeah, patience, yeah.
I don't think I have patience.
Oh, you do have
Thank you.
Calm, and you speak to people very calm, and I think that's number one. You know, I'm very temperamental and very aggressive. Even when I shut the door, I'm like, in passion. But although you're passionate and, you know, you've got the Zumba, you're still calm. Like, I couldn't be a coach, but I think you'll do an amazing job. I think you should go for it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, it's not over one night thing, you know, it's a lot of things to go through. And the biggest lessons are what we're going through in life, if that makes sense. So let's put in context, about 10 years ago, when I was very, very spiritual, I had the most affluence and abundance in my life. Like, I was pretty much living high life, you know. But then sometimes in life, you know, you have struggles, which I had struggles as well. So you learn each time you progress. And for the past, I would say 7 years, I had really rocky road. And it's all to do with me and finding myself again. So for some reason, everything happens for a reason. And as soon as you start living again out of comfort zone, like it started in January, I was making drastic changes. And this is how you start rediscovering yourself again and coming back home, you know, what you originally wanted to do and what you originally were about. So I no longer want to be about my six-pack or, you know, the competition girl. This is my experience. I loved, I enjoyed it. It
was part of your life, so that's it.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And at the moment, I just want to give joy to people. So whether I'd give dance, silly TikToks now.
Yeah. TikTok, same. Oh.
It's funny. It's like, you know, just a bit of fun and just kind of life already is so serious, you know, people, you know, especially what's happening now. So it's nice to lift the mood and kind of help people as much as we possibly can in so many different ways, you know, just to put a smile on people's faces.
Sandra, anything when you talk to someone on a day who's like really positive, like yourself, for example, or you do.
And yourself.
And myself, yeah. I think you can change someone's mood, you know. Even like I had a good day today, and sometimes I've got bad days. But like say we're talking today, I'm quite happy anyway. But you lift my spirit up like straight away. Even yeah. So I think it's only when you speak to people, you definitely help with them with the mental mind, with the mental state, and how they feel on the day. Anyone like that can change your mood straight away.
Thank you. But I must say, Oh my God, I'm not saying I'm an overthinker, but I'm not like a normal person. So like this morning, it took me maybe 3 hours to work through my energy. So some people think like, oh, did you just wake up like this? It doesn't work. Like I've been struggling with my sleep lately, and it's a lot like, it's a hard work. If that makes sense. It's not always easy. Yes, you can set your mindset, like you say, one day you can be happy, the other day you're not happy. You just have to keep asking yourself what triggered you to feel that way, because you know it's not you, if that makes sense. So it's like, could be the other person's energy. So I'm very sensitive to people's energy. So for example, you have people who drain you. Yeah, you lift my spirits. I just wanted to say, like when I clicked with you like this, I thought like, and we couldn't stop talking.
I know.
And I found the same wavelength with you, whereas with other people it's very, I don't know, it's just the feeling, it's just like the knowing.
Well, sometimes you don't click with people. That, you know, It doesn't mean the good or the bad. Sometimes it just, it
just happens.
It can't be everyone's cup of tea, and you know, the other way around. It's just how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
It's others' cup of tea.
Exactly, and I just love it because I feel like you're my kind of sister that I never had, and we even haven't spent that much time together, but when I was connected with you, you're not only beautiful, but you're such a beautiful soul. Your story about your mom and everything has happened, and with the way we see the angel numbers, if it makes sense to anyone about it, you know,
I think it makes sense.
It's very rare. It's very rare.
Yeah.
And look, even my teacher says, live for now, live for now, right? So the only moment exists is now, not 2 minutes ago, not in 2 minutes later. It's like literally right now.
You know, if you can make plans, and it's nice to make plans and set goals, but they're not always work.
Doesn't always work.
You know, it doesn't. But yeah, crazy.
But yes, how is I'm going to ask you questions. How is your mindset at this time right now? Because I know a lot of people who had structure all their lives and they suddenly like all gone, and they're like, oh my God, what do I do with myself? So I know a lot of people trying to keep busy. So because they're afraid of being still. But I think it's such a big movement and it happened for a reason for all of us to learn, I think. But I want to hear what your thoughts are on this and how you're coping.
Well, routine and nutrition, like for yourself, it's a big part of me. It always has been. Mostly for the past 7-8 years. I like discipline, I like routine, and I love to know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. You know, in the normal day life, I'm like always in a rush, and I'm always complaining I'm in a rush. You guys won't believe it, but I'm still in a rush from the minute I wake up. I think it's built in me. So I sometimes come down the stairs and I think, take a deep breath, Anca. You're going to have 6 or 7 weeks of this. It's nowhere to rush. But I set a routine, always, even if put a bit of makeup on, you know, have a nice, good quality breakfast, wait half an hour, go and train. I finish training, I come in, I take my son to the park, I come back, I start hoovering and cleaning. So I'm always in a routine from the minute I wake up.
Oh, that's good. You look amazing, by the way.
If I don't do it, I can feel it straight away. So, you know, we were saying about what triggers your mood. So I would love to be able to sit on a couch and watch, which I do at night. I watch that Money Heist at the moment. But it's got
I've seen on your stories.
Oh, it's so good. But I like to watch it when everything else indoors is done. Like,
so you can relax then.
Yeah, I can relax. I can watch TV. Always working out, pretty much like 5 days a week. You know, I like first, it's for my mental state. Then I like to look good. Then I think my husband, bless me, booked a photo shoot with Matt Marsh for me in July.
How amazing! Wow.
A watery one. Have you seen it? It's got water in the studio, and then you're all like...
Oh, this was last year, wasn't it?
I haven't done one. I've never done one with
you. You're going to do... Oh, I see, because I did see some pictures from last year. I mean, you got so many beautiful pictures.
Oh, thank you. I think...
Can your husband book some photo shoots for me too, please? or in other words, could I have a nice husband, please? Well, not husband, but you know.
Oh my God, Sandra. Yeah. So just routine from the minute I wake up, and I get tired, but I like that sort of tiredness, if that makes sense.
You feel like you achieved a lot of things in a day.
Yes. So I know other people find it really hard, but I don't know, I always say, even on my stories, just wake up, put a bit of makeup, have a coffee, put some music on, it brings the best out of people. Yeah, you can have bad days, it happens. It's not what you see on Instagram or on the internet, everyone's happy. I mean, I'm quite happy that it's most of the time, I'm quite happy and bubbly.
You are. I
genuinely am, and it takes a lot for me I get really very snappy with people, but I don't get angry, like I don't get sad, if you know what I mean. I'm very snappy, like I'll tell you off if it's not good, in general, I'll shut the door.
You direct, so I'm direct as well. It's no point beating around the bush and pretend like, oh hey, how is it going? It's like, well, just don't.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it from me, I guess. Just trying to be in a routine and try and drink a lot of water. Just try and do as much as I did in the past. So when this finishes, I feel good about myself. I don't feel like I put like 3 stones on. It's fine to put weight. I've always said to people, like to my clients, listen, if eating a lot works for you and it makes you happy, and you think that you're gonna come out of it happy and it's not gonna get you more depressed, then do it. We think different. We're on a different.
Listen to the body.
Yeah, listen to your body. Some people, like they say, sometimes you think, oh, she's obsessed. Like she works like 6 days a week. I don't know, you can call it obsession, addiction. It works for me. It works for me. That's all that matters,
Yeah, do you know what? Like whatever people say, their opinions on something, which is absolutely fine. People are able to express their opinions. Yeah. However, like, I don't know, like any successful person, they would support. They would never even make a comment like that. And I'm being honest. Like if you want to train, I'll be like, oh my God, she's like wonderful. Like I wouldn't pick on thinking, oh, she's obsessed. Like why would you? Maybe you're obsessed with your spreadsheets or something, It's something, like you don't even make a comment like that unless it's something triggers in them. So I never take kind of personally. Everybody is on their own journey. If you want to be obsessed, go for it. Like the fact is, you love makeup as much as I love makeup. Whereas before people say like, oh, you're wearing makeup for Zumba class. Like, why not? We dress up to party. Come on. like, and then the same people now I see they wear makeup. Do I go and say, oh, do you wear makeup?
You wear makeup
because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. So I love that. It's girly, and why not? That's why they made it for. The makeup is made to look good, and there's nothing wrong to not to wear. Like I have days not wearing makeup. Sometimes I feel like I love being like barefaced.
Your own skin anyway, but there are days when you want a bit of extra makeup, and there are days when you just let your skin breathe, but you still feel just as good.
Yeah. Have a diva moment, or you want to have like.
Listen, I need to match my eyeshadow with my set. So if I'm gonna do that, I'm just joking. She with like glittery eyeshadow.
No, it's good to be matchy. Before I used to even have a phone cases matching my trainers. But I'm not like this anymore.
No.
I used to, when I used to do Zumba, I was very obsessed with matching everything. But why not?
This is what you do. You do your fist. Yeah. This is what you do. When you dance, you do your fist. You hit, when you do the Zumba, you do that.
Do I?
Yeah, you do your fist. You always, see?
Do I?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that. I think it's more like, oh my, I don't know. Normally, I always have a dodgy finger like sticking out sometimes if I do like photo shoot. But Sandra, relax your hands, like like this. Yeah. Honestly, if you go to have my nails, it's like, it's like, so like I'm relaxed. Like I don't know how to relax because it's like strong, like training strong. Everything seems like kind of not masculine, but
Yeah.
So I'm so pleased that you actually have a routine. Every evening I try to make a plan for my day, and always falls different.
But at least so see what I mean about making a plan. But
never works for me, unfortunately. I'm trying so hard right now, and I'm like, I just don't have like it doesn't work in my brain to have like scheduled. It doesn't work. I'm trying so hard. It's like spreadsheets. I can't do spreadsheets. I have to put piece of paper and like have another random piece of paper. But I think it's maybe Libran trait. I have no idea, but it's just something doesn't connect in my brain. I work very differently. I don't know why. It's just one of those things.
So if you do your plan for the next day, it doesn't work at all, none of it, or it just some bits of it don't work?
No, it does work. So I still have to, teach classes and do things around the house, whatever. But sometimes I think prioritize. Another thing, what I normally do, I put a lot of pressure on myself or take a lot of things on. And then I get overwhelmed, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, just chill out. All you need to do, 3 things, main things. What are they? Done. Okay, relax. Like, great. When I get too excited, I give too much energy out to everyone. Let's say if I go on Instagram and go like, whoa, and I'm like, oh, I've got an empty cup inside me. So at the moment, I'm trying to balance my energy level, so kind of preserve my energy, so I can focus more on what I actually need to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying. I always tend to do what I plan to do. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I'm thinking, you know what? It didn't work. Whatever. Tomorrow's a new day. This is my new motto. Tomorrow is a new day. It doesn't matter. I'll be fine.
And I can relate to all of this, taking a lot on.
I know you always do.
Then I feel pressured. And I feel, why have I done that to myself? Like, why?
Because you like working under pressure. I like working under pressure. And then you go pressure, like, oh, yeah, like, why did I do this to myself? Like, oh, didn't think through. Are we having this question about going vegan?
Okay, so let's go through the messages. So, exercise for looking good and keep healthy.
Like one exercise or all of them?
I think I would say, what sort of exercises do you do to look good and keep healthy? That's a bit of a...
This is like, I could think about something completely different here now.
Okay, so I would say just do a little bit of HIIT, do a bit of, I think if it's quarantine, as in quarantine. So at the moment, to keep healthy, you can do a 30 minutes workout, a 40 minutes workout with your own body weight. There are so many, no point me and Sandra going through, because there are so many exercises and on YouTube, and so many athletes go live on Instagram. So you don't need even dumbbells, but if you do have a couple of dumbbells, even better. If you haven't got dumbbells, just use a couple of bottles of water or whatever you have around in the garden, anything that's heavy. Just drink loads. Or
even the bands, bands are good.
I always forget about the bands. I do have the bands.
Yeah, I'm sending some to my clients because poor people can't get anything online anymore. So I'm sending them. I might even drop by the door. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to send them.
No, everything is gone. But if you've got, like Sandra said, the bands, just have a look for exercise, for ideas, and then you'll get a lot of there. Could you become vegan? Sandra, you're closest to being vegan than me, aren't you?
I am actually. Well, apparently I cannot call myself vegan at the moment because vegan is the person who doesn't have anything leather.
Yeah.
So I still have leather bags and leather shoes and leather belts.
Yeah.
So, however, I am plant-based. I would say I'm 99% plant-based. The reason saying 99% because there'll be occasion once a month. This is what once a month I might have a fish.
Okay.
Or prawn. So at the moment, what I've learned about myself is now to listen to my body, what I eat, but I do not eat any animal byproducts since last year. Okay. So, and it's something happened naturally to me. So it's like natural rejection for stop not wanting to eat that anymore. And there's nothing wrong for people who still eat because like I build...
No, you're going for health reasons and for what your body feels. Like
yeah, right? And the thing is interesting because, for example, when I was competing, I was meat eater. I would have steak for breakfast, with eggs and everything. So part of me, I would be intrigued to do a competition based on plants. And it's plant-based, plant-based nutrition, which would be, I do understand, like, is trickier because you have to eat so much more and, a lot of fiber and all that kind of stuff. And at the beginning of the year, last year, I found it very difficult. I did not know what to eat. I was a bit confused, clearly, because it's such a new journey. And you're like, even your, partner says, or ex-partner says, I can't even make you chicken anymore. It's like, what I'm going to make for you. So I had to discover like what to eat and how to eat and all that kind of stuff was like a new learning curve. But now, finally, touch wood, which not like I see wood and oil behind me here. I finally found for myself, discovering through my experience what to eat, and now I'm like, yes, I can actually feel ripped again and feel strong. Well, and you feel very, very strong. Like, I mean, I wouldn't change for the world I'm so happy I made this decision. And yeah, and on top of everything, weirdly, I'm rejecting alcohol. I couldn't believe, like, you know, it's like, oh, let's have Prosecco. It's like my body's saying no. Like G&T is fine, but I decided not to drink anymore. But my body's like, no. And I don't know if you ever experienced that when your body tells you when to stop certain things.
Yeah,
and that's what I feel with me.
So the same thing happened with meat with me. I don't know if it's because I've seen like a lot of videos and I know how many chemicals go in our meat.
Oh my goodness.
I've never liked really much chicken anyway. It wasn't one of my favorite meals. And then slowly my body just said no. So I just eat fish at the moment.
Okay.
I don't have dairy either. So dairy, sorry. I don't have dairy either. So I'm having the oat milk instead of the milk. And I don't have nothing else but the fish and, you know, veg and vegan. I would never go vegan, to answer to Dean's question, because I don't think I can. I still like I need to listen to my body. I'm a pescatarian, but if I'll feel the need to eat lamb in a month or so, I haven't for a long time now. But if my body, I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna go and have it. I might go and have a couple of more times and then go, no, do you know what, I'm done. But for the time being, I don't fancy meat. I think I eat corn and tofu and that every day. So I'm very close to like having a plant-based and, like you said, a fish. I do like
Sounds like you're eating more plant-based anyway, like fish occasionally. I don't know, how about you? Like, is it because, well, I don't know what I'm trying to justify, but like, for example, some people don't overthink, they just get on with things and they don't think too deep in things, but I'm being very sensitive. So I don't know if you ever heard of a person being empath, but I feel a lot through energy. So empath is someone absorbing other people's energy, or could be animal, could be anything. You could even sense the other people's fears or energies, anxieties, or good things, whatever that is. It's a very kind of contagious thing that you like absorb, but you have to kind of protect your shield.
Yeah, and you learn how to do that, right?
Yes. So I learned, especially when the whole situation with virus started, I was like, why am I feeling this? It's not right. Like coming out from this supermarket. Yeah. But what I tried to say through this, I think maybe this is what happened to me. You know, animal, I was up, down in my mood. I was like a bipolar, and I was like, what is going on with me? I was like literally bipolar, and I think that was to do with the animal feeling the stress coming through. I don't know, this is the only explanation, because now I feel super chill and calm.
I did hear, I've watched the, what is it, have you watched it? I know it's, you know, different opinions on the movie.
Of course, and there's nothing wrong. Like, people just do what makes you happy, basically. Whatever floats your boat.
When I used to love steak like yourself, and I cannot remember the last time I had steak. I cook for my boys, and they like it. And even when I'm cooking it, I'm like...
Smell, right? It's the smell. Yeah. It's like, ugh, yeah.
No, but I don't know if it's, you know, I'm doing it more for health reasons. I don't think, I mean, I don't like what I see. I try not to watch the videos with the cows and the sheep and everything. But we grew up that way, where people eat meat. You know, you kill the pig at the countryside. You kill
I used to see that. My granddad used to do that all the time, yeah.
You know, the sheep, and it's a different thing. But I'm doing it for health reasons. And I must say, I do feel a lot better. I don't feel bloated. I don't like the chicken. I don't like the turkey. I don't want any of it. But I do like my white fish. And basically, it's just cod and salmon every now and then. I might be able to,
as long as it's not farmed. Because farmed fish has metal taste into it, and apparently common in women, they feel the side effects. That was another thing why I just like, I can't eat the fish unless I see the boat coming down and I see the fisherman with the fish and cooks in front of me. Then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll consider this.
Where do you get your fish from? So whenever you get it, where do you get it from to make sure it's not farmed?
To be honest, I don't know. So when I was in Miami, in Florida, I know that came from the beach. From the boats, so that you could actually taste the texture. The color was different. Is different.
Amazing.
But at times, a salmon, I used to be obsessed with salmon and eggs. Salmon's like, I just like too heavy for me. I can't. So at the moment, if there is like, because of the circumstances, because people bought so many chickpeas and beans, that's our source, right, for the plant-based. So I do have some frozen fish, just in case, if I, whatever, my body craves. So I did cook some fish frozen. I don't think you can farm cod. So same type of fish I don't think you can farm. So I'm not too sure.
I'll have to have a look.
Please correct me on this if I'm, it's not like statements. It's just conversation.
No, but it's good to know. It's good to know. I'll have a look as well because I do I eat every day, so I'll have to have a look.
And prawns, they like, prawns.
So they say they're high in cholesterol, don't they? But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the poopy things around them, if they're not pooped out. I don't know if like, not sure if I want to eat you. Sometimes I'm like, oh, no, I don't think I can. It's just like weird. What else?
You cooked, actually, this will be a separate thing. We just need to get some recipes because I saw you cooking, I don't know what was it, lentils or like a vegan thing you cooked ages ago. What do you normally cook and it's like reddish?
I normally cook tofu.
Yeah.
So tofu is good for me. Tempeh, it's not good for my digestion. I always feel like I'm going to choke weirdly. So chickpeas, tempeh. I'm just trying to think. You made me jackfruit. I do jackfruit burgers. Actually, my friend makes it for me because she makes it like a really good food. And jackfruit burgers. Oh.
And then I'll just have to text you on that.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. So I don't know what food I made. I can't remember. I always try to experiment. I just like put everything and whatever goes in my mind, I just make it. This is how my brain works.
Some sauces and salt and pepper and some spices.
Yeah, I tried. At the moment, for some reason, I might try to keep it very basic. So I just use pink salt, black pepper, and I use tomato puree. That's it.
Like tomato puree, yeah.
Sometimes I use garlic oil. Or like crush actual raw garlic, which is good to keep healthy. Yeah. Some lemon juice, and that's it really. I just kind of make it very plain.
Everything. I think my boys always complain. It's like, Mom, you stink. Baby, you smell.
Of garlic. But that's why you're healthy. You need,
And, it's good. I think so. What else? 5 activities in a gym in order each. So
3 activities in the gym.
So when you go in the gym, what's the first thing you do? Then the second, what's your first favorite one?
I do little stretch, like to activate my glutes. So I would use some band work. I would activate my glutes, or abductor machine. Always good shout. Yeah. Leg kickbacks.
Oh yes.
And I like walking lunges, walking lunges really does the trick for me.
I never used to like them, but I do now. I like to walk and then step into a side. But yeah, I never used to like them. Same as I never used to like hip thrust, but
hip thrusts are nice. I never go too heavy. My coach used to say to me like, go heavy, and all the girls like, oh, I did like 150 kilos, and I'm like, I only did 20. It's like,
I don't think, it's a different coach and different people. I see girls doing 100 and 120, 170. My coach used to say that I'm not training for strength. You're training for aesthetics, and you're only like 57 kg. You mind that back. You're better off doing it properly and right and do more reps. And you get that movement. You swing at some point when you put so many hundreds of kilos on. I don't think it's that healthy anyway.
No.
Because you see a lot of athletes going into operations a year, 2 years. I don't think it's that healthy. But when you do, you start swinging because there's no way you can keep that form correct.
Perfect, yeah.
Perfect. So, but I never used to like them. Now, I do Stairmaster to warm up. I just love
Stairmaster. Yes, it's so lethal. It's so good for you. It's the only thing like shapes your legs and shapes your glute. Not like say shapes. Of course, you need to exercise, but meaning, and it's so challenging. I find it so challenging. 15 minutes in, I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Like, come on, Sandra, you can do this. You can do this, and like sweating like a pig. And you get like second wind, like, oh yeah, I'm going for it. Oh yeah, like, and then you feel so good. So now I really want to buy a Stairmaster, but I'm not sure how many thousands that costs. Unless someone want to sponsor us, that'll be great.
Oh, that'll be great. Oh, I love a Stairmaster. We say back at the gym that the Stairmaster is the master. And honestly,
I like it's the master.
I do 15 minutes on the thing. I still go like an hour work. How I'm going to do that? But you get like the second, like you said, and then again. So I do that. Then I like hip thrust if I train legs, and then I do the kickbacks as well. I like them. That's my 3 favorite ones. Just to answer to Dean.
Yes. Questions.
And we've got one more question. Desert island for 3 months. You bought water, basic food. What 3 food or drink would you drink?
I would bring gin and tonic, just for the bad days.
Yeah.
Food-wise, what would I miss most? Probably like orange, like, you know, something citrusy.
Really? I'm a sweet girl. Like, I've got such a sweet tooth.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't really.
Yeah, it's the biggest, it's the hardest for me when I'm on prep. Like, I could actually, don't worry about the meals. I could actually just, I'm not, but I could just eat chocolate for like a whole day.
Wow. I only do that once a month.
Yeah. I try,
I feel like, and the next day like, oh yeah, I know why then.
I know,
Girls, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So what would be the 3 foods then? What would you go for? What would you take it with you? I've got one. I mean, orange, I'm still debating, but.
Okay, I'll take peanut butter. I'll take and pasta.
Pasta, peanut butter, and?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good question.
Food, you got like 3 months worth of water, definitely. And drinks, I'll probably bring like pink gin.
Pink gin. Okay. Well, you and me, we've got gin each. Yeah. We can share it, right? And I assume they've got tonic water, right?
I assume.
So for me would be to bring lemon or orange, depending on what you're having, or strawberries.
The citrus, and then I'll bring the sweet stuff, and then we're done.
How about sauerkraut? You know, sometimes I fancy something like
oh yeah,
or like cucumber, like gherkins. I don't anymore, but sauerkraut sometimes I feel like, you know what, I probably would bring it with me.
I like sauerkraut.
And chickpeas. I put something about chickpeas. I like a bit of salt, like a snack. I don't know, kind of satisfies me. And maybe Tyler's salt and vinegar crisps or something for.
Like all the salted and all the.
But it's too sensitive for my teeth at the moment, so I don't know. Good question, by the way. I mean,
but do you know what? If we stuck on the island for 3 months, we've got the sun, we've got the tree. We know you can train out there.
If they've got the gym, well, we'll make a gym from the wood.
Yes.
Well, island on the wood, depending on what kind of island, you know. Yeah, so it'd be super lean, eat the fish.
And let me bake into the sun, then I'll be all right. I don't even worry about the gym, and then don't worry about the food. I'm fine.
Yeah, I would go fishing. I used to fish when I was younger, so I could go provide the fish. Yeah, I mean, my mom used to leave me in the summertime at my grandparents, so they had a farm. So both grandparents had farms, so we were like meant to do work. And I used to hang out a lot with my cousins, who were boys. So of course, fishing and all that kind of chopping wood and that kind of proper tomboy. I was proper tomboy. So if you left me on an island, I would know how to survive.
I would, because we obviously you're from Lithuania.
Yeah.
I'm from Romania, for those of you that don't know. So we had a different childhood. Every summer we used to go, like Sandra said, we used to go to the grandparents or aunties or anyone that had a farm, and we would be there for the whole summer trying to escape.
And work.
Trying to run away and do all the dodgy stuff. So my son now... Steal
the strawberries from the next door.
Yeah, and then pretend that when you see the neighbor coming up, oh my God, here she comes, I'm going to be in so much trouble. And it's nice.
Climb the trees.
It's so nice to pass it on now to my son, who's English, half English, and every summer he goes back to my parents. In fact, they come to see him, and he spends the summer there. And he comes from there all tan and full of like life and ready for September. So
this is so nice. Can I just interrupt quickly? I'm not sure how much time we have, but it's amazing for your son, because I bet you in UK, kids would ever even know what a pig looks like, probably, in the reality, as long as they see the bacon. But actually to experience and see how the vegetables grow and the seasons and pick the fruits, smell how different it smells without the pesticides and all those things, you know, like even cucumber has little like hairs and stuff on it, and the tomato smells like tomato. It's just everything so alive, and like you say, he comes back full of life because he's just been so earthy. Like right now I'm really craving all this, just like being earthy, you know.
You give him, so you'll have his fruit here, for example, and then my mom would come over and sometimes bring some apples, and as soon as you'll taste it, you'll then, oh Nan, this is a Romanian apple. he will know the taste straight away. So yeah, we're pretty blessed that we can still have parents that do that for us.
It's so nice though.
That we stay with him forever.
It's so nice. At least you can go back to somewhere. Whereas for me, I can't. Even my last grandparent. My mom lives here, and then my brother lives in different countries. So basically, I don't have a base. And my grandmother just passed away a few weeks ago, actually, when this whole situation started. So she was 97. So it was my last grandparent. So now kind of going back, I still got my godmother, but it's never like a base to come back to. It's like those moments were treasured, but they're in the past. So you just all I can do is to carry in my heart right now. So if I ever go back to Lithuania, I can visit my friends, but no like farm life, forget it.
You won't feel the same anymore.
No, but that's why, everything happens for a reason. That was our part of the childhood,
And we were pretty happy to experience it.
Exactly. When you're a child at that point, you feel angry with your parents for it. But now when you grow up, you think, because you're like from town, you want to go to the beach, you want to hang out with the friends, whether they're good for you or not. And they try, and you're like, oh, why'd you have to be here?
The cow. I mean,
oh, yes, of course. So, and then people think like, oh, it's uncool. But now I think actually it's pretty cool. I had an experience to do that.
I think it's pretty cool.
So yeah, it's actually quite interesting to remember all those things,
It's memories that you treasure forever. You treasure them here, and they're the ones that matter.
But it's nice for you. You got your son, and you can pass on so many things,
Yeah,
and you look like this. This is my thing. If I ever have a baby, I want to look hot mama like you. Be like, because I have so many people like, oh, you don't know what it means to have a child. Your body changes. Yes, I understand body changes. I get that. Oh, wait until you have a children. And a part of me feels like, you know what? I want to have a baby right now to prove my point. It's like, I understand it's difficult. Body changes, like spoken to my friend earlier, like everything changed body. I get that. But you still can get off your ass and do things, right, Anca?
Body changes. Listen,
living proof.
Yeah, thank you. Body changes anyway, especially when you come towards 30s. It changes completely. To be honest, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life, because in my 20s, I was a size 6, and I was a runner, and I was slim. I had no shape. The biggest thing I had, it was my mouth, my smile, and that was it.
You got a beautiful smile.
Thank you. But it stayed really big all the time. That's the only thing I had. And then now, looking back at my photos, I'm like, what the heck is that? Like, how? I had like the crop, nothing like me. In fact, when they asked me to do transformation photos, I'm like,
please do. I was going to offer you. Why don't you, suggest, why would you not do that? That would be like, I would love to see, like, we'll be like, wow, this is incredible. Because people judge you for who you are right now. They don't understand what you've been through, if that makes sense. So it'd be nice to say, like, look, guys, I get it. I've been there, done that. Hello.
I will have
hello.
The Greece with my dad, and I'm so slim. So I need to find the photo to actually show them that I was 21 and now I'm nearly 38, and how body changes. And I had my son. Yeah, body changes. It takes you 9 months. I enjoyed my pregnancy. I was pretty lucky. I could have I trained until I was 7 months pregnant. Not heavy, but I did my walks.
Keeping active
every day. Like, I don't know. I've only put 6 kg on, and my son was 4 anyway. But I don't know. I haven't eaten sweet. It's different. My pregnancy was like pretty good. So, but it does change. It does, because I remember giving birth and then coming home, and then a month later and 2 months later, I thought, oh, I'm still wide. My hips are still wide, and everything is so wide. It's gone that way, and you work toward. I know.
It takes time. It takes time to heal, but it's such a gift for women to give birth. Like, what a blessing! Like, this whole life creation is amazing.
It's just a different. I mean, Dean's got his own kids, and but it's a whole different sort of love. It's just you can't compare. So please get on it and prove these people how you have your
well,
and you go back. You have your baby here, and you're gonna do Zumba.
Well, first of all, we need to find the right partner for that. This is also very, very important, because you got to think not only for now, you got to think what would like educate, not like education, but like the mindset, like how would you raise, you know, because does that make sense? For me was the biggest thing. Like I want somebody to be open-minded, not just to like, you got to think this way and you got to this way, you know?
No, you can't make people feel and think one way like you think. So you've got to find that person who is just how he
Open.
is, that way, open, yeah. I mean,
yeah, I think that's for me is the biggest thing. I wanted to child to not to be afraid and go after what they desire. And does that make sense? Like
yeah.
if some, you know, like I think with your partner you have to be on the same page. And I think for me, that's what I would love to find first, not just a sperm donor.
No, of course, no.
It's like, oh, hey, anyone in like 6 foot something. Oh yeah, you can look and come over here. All right, done. See you later. Pretty much the life will be much easier, I think.
I think it would be a lot easier, yeah. So it comes with it. So